A man can desire to build a business, but without the discipline to wake up early, to work long hours, to learn from failures, and to manage money wisely, that desire will stay a fantasy. A woman can desire love, desire healing, desire freedom, but unless she steps into the hard, sometimes painful work of growth, forgiveness, and self-discovery, she will remain stuck in the same place year after year. Desire is like a seed. A seed contains the potential of a mighty tree, a vast forest, but left on a shelf, that seed does nothing. The seed must be planted in the soil, watered, tended, cared for, and even then, it will have to break, to be buried in darkness, to press through dirt before it ever reaches the sunlight. Many people want the fruit but don't want the planting. They want the harvest but don't want the toil. They want the crown but don't want the cross. There is a lie that has crept into the minds of many people. The lie that wanting something deeply enough will somehow make the universe conspire to bring it to you. My friend, no, the universe does not hand out trophies for wishful thinking. Life honors those who combine desire with discipline and action. You can pray for rain, but if you have not dug a ditch, the water will have nowhere to flow. You can dream of climbing mountains, but if you will not take the first step, you will stand forever at the bottom looking up. It is easy to sit and dream. It is easy to talk about a one day. One day I will start that business. One day I will mend that relationship. One day I will go back to school. One day I will write that book. But let me tell you something. A one da is code for a no day, is code for a no day. There is no magic in desire by itself. There is no breakthrough in wishing. There is no victory in hoping if hoping is all you do. Discipline is the bridge between desire and destiny. Discipline means doing what is necessary even when you don't feel like it. Discipline means waking up early when your body says sleep. Discipline means saying no to distractions when your mind craves comfort. Discipline means sticking to a plan, a process, a path, even when progress feels slow. Desire may light the fire, but discipline keeps it burning. And when you add action, when you take the step, make the call, write the page, show up again and again, you turn discipline into momentum, and momentum carries you forward through doors that wishing can never open. Some of you have been stuck not because you lack desire, but because you have never developed discipline. You start projects but never finish. You make promises but don't keep them. You get excited but lose focus. And then you tell yourself the lie that you must not really want it badly enough. No, the truth is you have been trying to live on desire alone, but life, success, growth, they demand more. They demand your commitment, your consistency, your sacrifice. There will be days you don't feel motivated. That's when discipline shows up. There will be days you don't see results. That's when action shows up. There will be days you are tired, discouraged, confused, tempted to give up. That's when the combination of desire, discipline, and action will carry you. Desire gives you the why. Discipline gives you the how. Action gives you the now. Action gives you the now. Without all three, you will remain a prisoner of your own dreams, always imagining, never arriving. Look around you. The people who seem to have everything they want. They were not handed it on a silver platter. They labored. They sacrificed. They stayed up when others slept. They studied when others partied. They invested when others wasted. They disciplined themselves to keep moving when others gave up. Their lives were not built on luck or talent alone. They were built on years of discipline, determined action, fueled by a desire that refused to die. Desire without discipline is like fire without fuel. It burns hot for a moment and then dies. Discipline without action is like a plan that's never lived out. It looks impressive on paper but produces nothing. Action without direction is like running in circles. You stay busy but go nowhere. But when you align desire, discipline, and action, you become a force that cannot be stopped. Do not let fear of failure hold you back from action. Do not let the discomfort of discipline keep you tied to old habits. Do not let desire sit unfulfilled in your heart year after year because you were too timid to step out. There's something powerful waiting for you, not just in your dreams, but in your doing. Yes, pray. Yes, hope. Yes, dream big dreams. But after you've prayed, get up. After you've dreamed, get moving. After you've hoped, put your hand to the plow. Because faith without works is dead, and desire without discipline is empty. There is a world of possibility waiting for those who will match the passion in their heart with the purpose in their steps. So I say to you today, don't just want it, work for it. Don't just wish for it, walk toward it. Don't just wish for it, walk toward it. Don't just hope for it, hustle for it. You will not get everything you want overnight, but you will never get anything you want if you refuse to act. The doors will not open if you never knock. The opportunities will not come if you never prepare. The growth will not happen if you never push. You were made for more than dreaming. You were made for doing. So rise up, shake off the excuses, step into your calling, and remember, the combination of desire, discipline, and action is unstoppable. Let me tell you something today that you may not have fully grasped yet. Your mind is a battlefield, and the war is real. What you think about yourself, what you say about your future, what you believe in your heart, these are not small matters. They are the very foundation of your life's direction. So many people are fighting battles on the outside, struggling with finances, relationships, opportunities. But the real battle is on the inside. Because if the enemy can defeat you in your mind, he can defeat you everywhere else. You cannot walk into victory if your mind is full of defeat. You cannot rise into your calling if your thoughts are always sinking. You cannot claim the promises of a better tomorrow if your mouth is always cursing your today. There is power in your thinking. There is power in your speaking. There is power in your speaking. And until you align your mind and your mouth with faith, you will keep circling the same mountain, wondering why nothing is changing. Hear me now. It is not enough to simply want something. You must believe it is possible. You must speak as if it's on the way. You must think as if the door is already opening, because faith is not wishful thinking. It is confident expectation. It is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Faith says, even when I don't see it, I believe it. Even when I don't feel it, I trust it. Even when everything around me says a no, I stand on the yes of God. But here's the problem. Many of us have been trained to expect the worst. We've been conditioned by disappointment. We've been shaped by rejection. We've been taught by life's hard lessons that it's safer to lower our hopes, to keep our expectations small, to prepare for failure instead of preparing for favor. So we walk around thinking small, speaking small, living small. And then we wonder why breakthrough never comes. My friend, the breakthrough cannot come where the mindset is barricaded. The blessing cannot flow where the heart is blocked. The opportunity cannot grow where the soil of belief is hard and dry. You must begin to challenge the thoughts that tell you it's too late. You must confront the inner voice that says you're not good enough, not smart enough, not qualified enough. Don't let another day go by telling yourself it's too late. Don't let another day go by agreeing with the voice of fear. Instead, lift up your head, lift up your eyes, fill your mouth with faith, fill your mind with possibility, because the life you are waiting for is waiting on you to believe it's possible. Listen closely, because I need you to understand something that can shift the entire course of your life. Who you surround yourself with matters more than you realize. The people you allow into your inner circle shape your mindset, influence your decisions, and either push you forward or pull you back. You cannot rise higher than the company you keep. You cannot dream bigger if you are always surrounded by small thinkers. You cannot run fast if you are tied to people who refuse to move. Many people wonder why they feel stuck, why their dreams keep stalling, why their motivation keeps dying. And when you look closely, it's not because they lack talent or opportunity. It's because they are weighed down by the wrong relationships. You can have all the passion in the world, but if you are constantly surrounded by people who doubt you, dismiss you, criticize you, or drain you, your progress will be slow, your energy will be depleted, and your confidence will quietly erode. Let me tell you something plain. You need to surround yourself with people who believe in you, even when you doubt yourself. You need people who remind you of your purpose when you lose sight of it. You need people who challenge you to grow, not people who pressure you to shrink. You need people who can see the dream in you and call it out, who can stand with you in hard seasons, who can celebrate with you in victories, who are not threatened by your progress but invested in your success. Look carefully at your circle. Are you surrounded by builders or by breakers? Are you surrounded by encouragers or by complainers? Are you surrounded by people who stretch your vision or by people who choke it? Because if you're walking with people who are constantly speaking defeat, constantly dwelling on what's wrong, constantly highlighting every obstacle, eventually their mindset becomes your mindset. Without even realizing it, you start to settle. You start to second guess yourself. You start to believe the limits they put on you, or worse, the limits they put on themselves. There's a reason why successful, purpose-driven people are careful about who they let close. It's not about arrogance, it's about alignment. They know that their time, their energy, their mental space are valuable, and they protect those things fiercely. They know that wrong voices bring wrong influences, and wrong influences lead to wrong outcomes. They know that just one negative, bitter, jealous, or small-minded person in your circle can sabotage the whole atmosphere. You are not called to carry everyone. You are not called to drag people who refuse to move. You are not called to convince people who refuse to believe. To believe. There are some people you will have to love from a distance, not because you are cruel, but because you are called. There are some conversations you will have to step away from, not because you are better than anyone, but because you are becoming better. There are some circles you will have to outgrow, not because you are abandoning anyone, but because you are advancing. Understand this, your circle should reflect your future, not just your past. It's easy to stay connected to the familiar, to the people you've always known, to the relationships you've always had. But sometimes, to step into your next level, you have to surround yourself with people who are already walking at that level. You need people whose thinking challenges yours, whose wisdom sharpens yours, whose faith stirs yours. You need to be around people who are building, moving, reaching, people who remind you that more is possible. If you want to grow in your life, you must become intentional about your relationships. You must seek out mentors, not just friends. You must look for people who inspire you, not just people who entertain you. You must align yourself with those who can lift you, not just those who lean on you. That doesn't mean you cut everyone off or walk around in pride. It means you discern where your closest energy is going. It means you stop giving the loudest voices to people who are stuck in cycles you are trying to break. Some of you have dreams that have been dormant, not because you lack courage, but because you have surrounded yourself with people who keep telling you to be realistic, to play it safe, to stay where you are. Some of you have visions that scare you, but every time you try to speak them aloud, someone nearby scoffs or laughs or tells you why it can't be done. And after a while, you start to believe them. But hear me today, you need to find people who hear your dream and say, "Oh, let's go." People who hear your vision and say, "How can I help?" People who look at your potential and say, "I see it in you, even when you don't see it yourself." You need people who are honest, yes. People who will challenge you, correct you, sharpen you. But they must be people who believe in the direction you are headed. You do not need critics in your camp. You do not need doubters in your inner circle. You do not need people who secretly resent your growth. Surround yourself with those who are invested in your flourishing. Surround yourself with those who clap when you win, not those who compete when you win. If you want to get to where you are called to go, you will need relationships that align with that call. You will need encouragers, partners, visionaries, strategists. You will need people who pray for you, people who push you, people who protect your name when you are not in the room. You will need people who remind you that you can, that you must, that you were born for this. And hear me, you will have to be that kind of person too. It's not just about finding the right circle. It's about becoming the kind of person who lifts others, inspires others, builds others. This is the season to take inventory. Who around you is feeding your faith and who is feeding your fear? Who is pushing you forward and who is holding you back? Who is committed to your destiny and who is committed only to their convenience? You cannot soar if you are tied to dead weight. You cannot rise if you are constantly pulled down. It is time to walk with builders, to link arms with believers, to step into spaces where your growth is not just allowed but expected. You will never reach your full potential by yourself, but you will never reach it with the wrong people either. Choose your circle wisely, guard your space intentionally, and watch how far you can go when you are surrounded by those who believe, who build, and who boldly stand with you on the journey ahead. Let me tell you something powerful that many people miss. No matter how much you want something, no matter how passionately you dream, no matter how long you pray or hope, you cannot bypass the principles that govern how life works. Desire alone will not unlock the doors you want to walk through. Passion alone will not deliver the results you seek. There are laws, patterns, truths, principles that shape the outcomes of your life. And until you learn them, respect them, and walk in them, you will always feel like you're chasing something you can never catch. You see, too many people are trying to live by feelings instead of by principles. They are trying to build wealth while ignoring the principles of stewardship, diligence, and discipline. They are trying to find love while ignoring the principles of honesty, trust, and selflessness. Trust and selflessness. They are trying to walk in purpose while ignoring the principles of preparation, faithfulness, and humility. And then they wonder why frustration follows them, why doors keep closing, why progress seems slow. It's not because they are cursed. It's because they are out of alignment with the principles that unlock the very things they are chasing. Principles are not about luck. They are not about talent. They are not about who you know or where you come from. Principles work for anyone who works them. Just like the law of gravity does not care who you are, the principles of sowing and reaping, of giving and receiving, of faith and works, of diligence and reward. These principles operate regardless of your background, your upbringing, or your situation. But here's the catch. You cannot break them. You can only break yourself against them. If you want to build wealth, you cannot simply wish for it. You must follow the principles that create it. You must learn to budget, to invest, to plan, to work with excellence, to multiply what you've been given. You cannot spend recklessly, ignore opportunities, avoid responsibility, and expect financial blessing to just appear. It doesn't work that way. Money follows principles, not wishes. If you want love, real love, lasting love, you cannot just sit back and hope someone finds you. You must become the kind of person who can sustain a loving relationship. You must walk in forgiveness, in patience and kindness. You must learn to communicate, to serve, to listen, to give without always expecting to take. You cannot walk in selfishness, in bitterness, in dishonesty, and expect love to flourish around you. Love follows principles, not just attraction or emotion. If you want purpose, you cannot just sit in your room and daydream about a great future. You must step into the process. You must prepare when no one is watching. You must be faithful in the small things. You must walk through doors that don't always look glamorous, but are shaping you for what's ahead. You cannot avoid discipline, resist growth, run from correction, and expect to step fully into your calling. Purpose follows principles, not just passion. The problem many people have is they want shortcuts. They want the outcome without the process. They want the reward without the sacrifice. They want the promise without the preparation. But hear me today. God is not just interested in blessing you. He is interested in building you. And He builds you through principles. He shapes you through the patterns of obedience, of trust, of diligence, of faithfulness. And if you skip the process, you sabotage the outcome. You don't plant in one season and harvest in the same season. You don't prepare one day and conquer the next day. There is a rhythm, a flow, a sequence that governs how things unfold. You must respect the timing of things. You must work the ground before you expect the rain. You must build the foundation before you expect the walls to rise. You must follow the principle of preparation before you walk into elevation. And here's the beautiful part. When you honor the principles, you position yourself for blessing. When you walk in the right patterns, you attract the right outcomes. You don't have to chase success. You become the kind of person success chases. You don't have to beg for opportunities. You become the kind of person opportunities look for. When you align with the principles that govern life, you begin to flow in a grace and favor that feels almost effortless. Not because it's easy, but because you're aligned. You must also understand that principles protect you. They are not just about getting ahead. They are about staying grounded. They guard you from shortcuts that lead to destruction. They anchor you when the storms come. They remind you that what you build slowly and steadily will last longer than what you snatch quickly. They teach you that what you gain through character is more valuable than what you gain through charisma. Look at anyone you admire, anyone who has built something lasting, something meaningful, and you will see a person who has learned to walk by principles. They have learned to be disciplined when no one is watching. They have learned to be consistent when it's not convenient. They have learned to stay humble when the spotlight comes, to stay faithful when the crowd disappears, to stay focused when distractions rise. You must decide today that you will no longer chase outcomes. You will chase principles. You will no longer fixate on results. You will focus on alignment. Because when you are aligned, the results will come. When you are positioned, the blessing will flow. When you are faithful in the little, you will be trusted with much. When you walk in integrity, doors will open you never could have forced open. When you walk in love, you will attract relationships that are genuine and rich. It's time to stop asking, how can I get there faster? And start asking, how can I walk more faithfully where I am? It's time to stop looking for magic moments and start looking for daily disciplines. It's time to stop waiting for a miracle to fall from the sky and start working the miracle in your hand. You have what you need, but you must apply the principles that release the potential. If you want to change your life, change your patterns. If you want to change your outcomes, change your habits. If you want to change your future, change your present obedience. The life you want is not hidden from you. It is hidden in the right principles, waiting for you to walk them out. So today, make a decision. No more shortcuts. No more empty wishing. No more hoping without action. Choose to follow the principles that lead to the life you desire. And as you do, watch how doors begin to open, how strength begins to rise, how favor begins to flow. Not by accident, not by luck, but by the unstoppable power of walking in alignment with truth. There's a truth that many people don't want to hear, but I need to say it straight to you today. Anything worth having, anything worth building, anything worth becoming will take time. It will take struggle. It will take sacrifice. It will test your patience. It will challenge your endurance. There is no such thing as overnight success. There is no magic door you walk through where everything instantly works out. There is no shortcut to greatness. There is only the process, and you must learn to endure the process. The process is uncomfortable. The process is slow. The process is frustrating. It will feel like you are working and not seeing results. It will feel like you are believing and not seeing breakthroughs. It will feel like you are pouring out your heart, your time, your energy, and nothing is shifting. But the process is not there to break you. The process is there to make you. It is shaping you into the kind of person who can carry the success, the calling, the purpose you are asking for. So many people quit because they confuse delay with denial. They think that just because it hasn't happened yet, it's never going to happen. But what they don't understand is that the waiting season is often the most important season. It's where your roots go deep. It's where your character is refined. It's where your foundation is strengthened. You don't build a tall building on shallow ground. You dig deep before you rise high. You go through dark places before you stand in the light. You endure setbacks, failures, disappointments, not because you're cursed, but because you're being prepared. Preparation is not punishment. Waiting is not punishment. Being held back from the stage, from the spotlight, from the platform is not punishment. Fight is protection. You are not being delayed to frustrate you. You are being delayed to develop you. Because if you rise too soon, you won't have the strength to stay there. On the other side of this waiting, there is fulfillment. On the other side of this endurance, there is victory. But you will only see it if you refuse to quit, if you refuse to settle, if you refuse to walk away. You are not called to start. You are called to finish. You are not called to dream. You are called to build. You are not called to wish. You are called to work. So stand firm, dig deep, lift your head, strengthen your heart, and endure the process that will carry you into everything you were born to become. Many people spend their lives asking, how can I get the blessing? They focus on the opportunity, the platform, the breakthrough, the reward. They dream about the doors opening, the recognition coming, the prayers being answered. But what they often fail to ask is the more important question. Am I the kind of person who can carry the blessing? Because make no mistake, it is one thing to receive a blessing, and it is another thing entirely to carry it. A blessing without preparation can crush you. A dream fulfilled before you are ready can destroy you. An opportunity opened too soon can become a burden too heavy to bear. We pray for big things, we dream of great things, we ask for abundant things, but we often neglect to develop the kind of character, the kind of wisdom, the kind of strength that can handle those things well. Your blessing is not just about what you receive, it's about who you become. It's easy to want more, it's easy to say you're ready, it's easy to imagine yourself standing in success, but success, promotion, elevation, these things have weight. They come with responsibility, with pressure, with new levels of challenge. And if you do not have the internal maturity to match the external opportunity, the very thing you long for will become the very thing that overwhelms you. You must become the kind of person whose shoulders are broad enough, whose heart is deep enough, whose mind is sharp enough to carry the weight of the blessing you're asking for. It's not just about talent. Talent will open doors, but only character will keep them open. It's not just about connections. Connections may bring you into rooms, but only integrity will keep you in those rooms. It's not just about ambition. Ambition may get you noticed, but only humility will keep you grounded. What matters most is not just what you do, but who you are becoming. Are you becoming trustworthy and disciplined? Are you becoming patient? Are you becoming wise? There is a reason many people rise quickly but fall just as fast. They rushed into positions they were not prepared to carry. They collected achievements before they developed discipline. They grabbed opportunities before they built the strength to sustain them. Do not be fooled by how fast others seem to move. Focus on your own preparation. Focus on building the deep things, the unseen things that will hold you steady when the storms come. You see, when you ask for a big blessing, you are also asking for big responsibility. You are asking to serve more people, to carry more weight, to handle more pressure. If you want to build a bigger house, you need a stronger foundation. If you want to climb a higher mountain, you need better endurance. If you want to steward greater influence, you need deeper character. You must grow yourself to match the size of your dreams. This means you must be willing to do the hidden work. You must be willing to prepare in the quiet seasons when no one is watching. You must be willing to face your weaknesses, to confront your flaws, to break harmful patterns. You must be willing to mature emotionally, to strengthen spiritually, to sharpen mentally. You must stretch your capacity, expand your skills, and deepen your resilience. It is tempting to think that preparation time is wasted time, but in truth, preparation is everything. Preparation protects you. Preparation shapes you. Preparation qualifies you. You may feel overlooked, but maybe you are being developed. You may feel delayed, but maybe you are being strengthened. You may feel stuck, but maybe you are being refined. You cannot skip this process without risking collapse later. Oh. Look at anyone who has lasted, anyone who has not just achieved but endured, anyone who has stood the test of time. You will find someone who took the time to build themselves, not just their image. You will find someone who allowed their character to deepen, their integrity to grow, their humility to increase. You will find someone who understood that the greatest work they could do was not in the public eye, but in the private place. Not in the applause, but in the hidden moments of discipline, surrender, and growth. You must also understand that the blessing will stretch you. It will challenge you. It will demand more of you than you currently know how to give. That is why you must expand your capacity before the blessing arrives. You cannot wait until the promotion comes to develop leadership skills. You cannot wait until the relationship appears to develop emotional maturity. You cannot wait until the opportunity lands to develop self-discipline. You must build now for what you want to carry later. Every delay is a chance to prepare. Every setback is a chance to learn. Every closed door is a chance to strengthen what matters most. Stop resenting the waiting and start using it. Stop comparing your journey to someone else's and start focusing on your growth. Stop rushing to the finish line and start investing in the foundation. You are not just waiting for the blessing. You are becoming the person who can carry it. And here's the beautiful truth. When you focus on becoming, the blessing has a way of finding you. When you align your character, your values, your heart, the right doors open at the right time. You don't have to force them. You don't have to manipulate outcomes. You simply have to be ready, and readiness is built in the quiet, humble, steady work of growth. So today, make a decision. Decide that you will no longer chase surface-level success. Decide that you will no longer settle for shallow achievements. Decide that you will go deep. You will do the hard, sometimes painful work of becoming. You will stretch. You will grow. You will mature. You will allow the process to shape you, to strengthen you, to make you the kind of person who not only receives blessing, but multiplies it, stewards it, honors it. You were not made for small dreams. You were not made for small callings. But you must rise to the level of what you are asking for. You must build yourself to match the size of your destiny. Do not shrink back. Do not shrink back. Do not rush. Commit to the journey of becoming. Commit to the process of growth. Commit to the daily choices that will transform you from the inside out. Because the truth is, the greatest blessing is not what you receive. The greatest blessing is who you become. My friends, hear me today. You are not just called to wish, to want, to dream. You are called to build, to grow, to become. Getting whatever you want in life is not about shortcuts or instant results. It's about pairing your desire with discipline, fueling your journey with a faith-filled mindset, surrounding yourself with people who lift you, obeying the right principles, enduring the long and often painful process, and ultimately growing into the person who can carry the blessing you've been asking for. This journey will demand your whole heart. It will stretch your patience. It will test your resilience. It will call you higher every single day. But hear me, the blessing is not just in the outcome. It's in the making of you. It's in who you become while you walk this path. You are being shaped, strengthened, and prepared to handle the weight of your dreams, to steward the impact you were born to make, and to live out the purpose placed inside you. Do not grow weary. Do not give up. Do not give up. Do not let fear or delay make you abandon the process. Stay faithful. Stay diligent. Keep walking, keep building, keep believing. You are on your way to something greater. And if you will become the person who can carry it, no force on earth can stop what is meant for you. Now rise up, not just with big dreams, but with a big spirit, a ready heart, and a determination to walk this road all the way to the finish. Because you were made not just to chase after blessings. You were made to carry them, multiply them, and leave a legacy that echoes long after you're gone. Oh, for you're gone.